Sir, am I correct? You said you were from Cameroon? Yes! I wonder how that is this time of year. Anyway, I think that we were discussing the moment you saw Billy fall from the bridge. Yes, I remember that he was working. He had the 2x4 over his shoulder and I think a pipe also. What happened next? Well, I saw Billy start to wave his arms as if he was losing balance, you know, like this. Okay, and then? He was waving his arms and then the next thing I knew, he was tumbling backwards. He was tumbling backwards over the guardrail and into the water below. Backwards or forwards? You know, I am not entirely sure if it was backwards. I know it was backwards or forwards. It wasn't like sideways or anything like that. And you say you saw Billy fall backwards or forwards over the guardrail and into the water below? Yes, that's true. So about how high was this guardrail that you saw Billy fall over? Well, I am not an expert, but I would say it was about 3 feet. It was maybe 2 feet. I am not very good with measurements. Was it half or more than half of Billy's height? It was less than half of Billy's height, I am sure about that. Did it reach up to Billy's knee? No, I am quite sure it didn't reach up to his knee. It was so short, and I think that's the reason he fell over it. It tripped him. So would you say he tripped, slipped, or something else? I would say it was a trip, yeah. He was waving his arms, and then he fell right over the guardrail. I think that qualifies as a trip. Did you hear anything after Billy hit the water? Did Billy hit the water? Yes, he did. I heard a splash. After you heard the splash, did you hear anything else? Did you hear Billy do anything or say anything? You know, I have thought about this, and I am quite sure that I heard Billy calling after that. I was pretty sure I heard him yelling, "Help, help me, please." And after you heard Billy yelling for help, did you hear anything after that? Yes, as a matter of fact, I heard the other workers rushing over. I heard them rushing over and scrambling the life-saving equipment from our shanty. What is that? What did you just describe? A shanty. It is like a shack. It holds all of our tools and safety equipment. It even has some stuff stocked away like first aid in case of extreme emergencies. Is that because bridge building is dangerous work? It can be. The main structure of the bridge was done and safe. Our job as subcontractors was just to polish our portion of the work and finish the thing. So the structure of the bridge was ready, but not the guardrails? Exactly, not the guardrails. When you were on the job site, from November 8, 2019 until July 30, 2020, did you ever experience or attend any toolbox talks or safety meetings? Yes, toolbox talks. Just to go back, can you describe a toolbox talks in general terms for the jury? A toolbox talk is just the foreman or GC, general contractor, rounds up all the subcontractors or workers for a particular trade, or sometimes multiple trades attend. You might have your plumbers, your carpenters, your iron workers, whatever. They all get together and talk about the progress on the site, goals, and safety. Occasionally there will be a site inspector or supervisor going around doing checks, and we're encouraged to speak to them regarding any concerns we have or bring them up at the next toolbox talk. So let me break this down a little bit. A toolbox talk, as you described it, is it like a general meeting for workers? Yes! Is it mandatory for workers to attend toolbox talks? Usually. Is it customary to sign an attendance sheet when you attend a toolbox talk? Not only is it customary, it is mandatory for all workers in attendance to sign the sheet. What might happen if you do not sign in at a toolbox talk? You might receive a write-up or reprimand. I guess you could get fired. You said you guessed. Is that something you know, or are you speculating? I am speculating. I can't say for sure. So this bridge, can you describe its structure to me more fully? It's big. It has archways like the Golden Gate or Verrazano. I'm pretty sure that when the guardrails are complete, it will be among the safest bridges in the whole country. How long did it work on the project? Me personally, I left at the time you said earlier, July or maybe August 2020. And when you left in August 2020, was that because of any particular problem or reason? Did you just get tired of the job, or is there some other reason you left? Actually, it got to me. Billy's fall really got to me. I have pride in my work, but when I saw what happened to him, I said to myself, you know what? I should do something safer like beekeeper or lion tamer. That's very funny. The record should reflect that that's a very funny joke. But seriously, is there any reason that you left the bridge site project in or around August 2020? It really was the stress. It went from being a very relaxing workplace to one that was full of stress and backstabbing. People were cruel and I didn't enjoy my work anymore. Is that because people started to point fingers and blame one another after what happened to Billy? Exactly. You must have talked to some of the other workers from the site already. That's exactly what happened. Everyone was upset. They was like not cool with what happened to Billy. Did you ever speak to Billy after his accident? No. Did Billy survive the accident? Yes, I think so. What makes you believe that Billy survived the accident? Actually, I am not sure. I know a few of the guys they was talking after the accident, and they said he was in stable condition. Did you talk about Billy after the accident? You know, I am not exactly sure. I left so soon after. It was not on the job long after that. If you had been on the job, let me rephrase that. Was a harness required on the job site? Yes, actually. Was Billy wearing his harness at the time that he fell from the bridge? No. If Billy had his harness on when he fell from the bridge, would he have hit the water? I don't know.